mind. So
if you
all right, so I have it's Ice Guy with the last we're not on camera right now. So it's last TSI Jake with Steam Crew, right?
Yeah, I'm
All
just a scrub who dropped.
And we got Nam Q Tran versus Ben M Mother Effing Perry.
and
So most likely we have Shops versus Two Card Monty.
Yep. I've seen both their decks in action. Nam's actually on Smokestacks. I think
Is it
Smokestacks.
TKS or no?
I don't think so. I think he's playing.
So
I think he's playing old school
Mark Trondon?
I don't know. I think it's a Jerry. I think it's a Jerry Yang special, and there's no Metalworker staff as far as I know.
So no, I see Karn right there.
Yeah,
so
there's a Karn.
All right, so he's playing the non list.
I saw a workshop and a red card in Perry's hand, so
I'm certain that he is on 2-card money.
Okay. Yeah.
I heard a rumor before the tournament that he was on Dredge, but that was unfair.
He's been here in a couple of commentaries. He's definitely playing 2-card. So
Yeah,
ice cream, yes.
2-card money is his I think favorite deck
I don't know
of all
who,
time.
so.
He's pretty excited about it right now, or at least it's his favorite deck right now. 5-color Shops might be his favorite deck of all time, but
he goes by several nicknames: Shaman Ben Perry, Ben 2-card Perry.
That's a shop Agent Tomb.
Red Blast,
Reb.
I can't
Grindstone and
Mana Confluence maybe.
Mana Conflux or
That's a good hand.
It's like Mana Conflux or
Something. Yeah, that other land is a little bit unknown, but
I mean that's only.
It's not trick one. So
I agree. Ben's tattoo game is quite strong. It's all good.
Yes.
It's all sweet. His hat game is strong too.
+1.
I hope he'll lean forward and you'll be able to see his top hat.
Oh, he was here. We were trying to figure out what Pokemon has a top hat.
Is there one?
Apparently there was one. Akon, or whatever it was.
Oh, Alakazam?
Akon is a rapper.
Yeah. I don't know. So it was Akon.
And Namku Tran is gaining his power back since his hair is slowly growing back to its full awesome potential. If you've never seen Namku Tran in person, he usually has sweet hair, and he cut it short for like real life, but thankfully it's coming back. Oh, he mauled that hand.
Uh-oh. Lonely Island, yes.
That's only mana.
I'm on a boat.
So his current hand,
go, man. We're going to 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are some 4-card hands that just win the game, though, right? So, like, Leyline, Shop, Mana Crypt, Helm win the game.
That wins the game, or Shop, Lotus, Painter, Grindstone.
Yep. And the other thing is, he's running Ancestral, he's running Wheel. Like, there's a lot of things he can do to refill his hand. He runs Tinker for Memory Jar.
He's running a weird list that I'm usually used to, which is a black-red with there's
Black Lotus Wheel is just as good as any other hand.
I think it's...
he's running heavy counters, so that's the thing.
I don't think he is. I think he's running like 2 or 3 Red Blasts.
I saw Pyroblast, so...
Yeah, I think he's running 2 or 3 Red Blasts and 1 Ancient Grudge in the main. So
Red Blast's not very good in this matchup.
2-card Monty needs 2 cards.
It's better when yeah, that's true.
No. Well, you need the mana source that can cast the 2 cards, but
there it is. There's the workshop. That's a good start.
Where's the transfer?
I see a red card in his hand, which is not a great combination with Shop, but let's see. Oh man, Nam has at least some artifact mana. His hand is harder to see.
So we got Emerald, Ruby. I know he's got a Wasteland in there.
Oof.
Revoker.
Does he know what to name? Yeah, has he been watching Ben Perry today, or following Ben Perry in life?
So naming X. So
I think they're writing it down right now.
I feel like you would probably name Grindstone since he didn't open with.
And it's
Leyline,
gonna be on pen, so we can't see it.
Ooh!
That's
we need Welder. That's a nice name actually. I guess that makes sense. That is the best card against him, probably, if he's not just winning the game.
Confluence.
I hope he slams Welder. Slam Welder. Oh, Ancestral. That's a good way to go.
Fuck. Red Tomb and another red card? I didn't see what it is.
Yeah, either Welders or Rebs and Pyroblasts. Those are the only, and 1 Ancient Grudge, I think is... Oh, and Wheel, but I don't think it's Wheel.
Nope. Factory, swing in 2.
Man, Revoker is such a good card. He's at...
17. It's the bottom.
Oh, okay. I see.
So it's 20 versus 17 right now.
Yeah.
We've been messing that up.
It's hard. It's hard to see
what's the life? It's definitely
so if
not
he plays
13.
Wheel right here would be a good thing to play if that's one of his red cards. Looks like maybe the one all the way to the right is Wheel of Fortune?
I can't.
Oh, man.
No,
On mulligan
doing
time.
something.
It's a little bit late,
18,
but if you're going to unmulligan.
14,
Yeah, well, Ancient Tomb. Yep.
Wheel.
There's a black bordered wheel from
Yep.
Ben
I'll take
Perry.
random 7. So we have
Get rid of that. Yeah, get rid of that welder.
welder, helm,
and 2 blasts.
and 2 blast effects.
That seems just about what you'd like to be doing. Oh man, and here's some mana. This seems like a good way. This was a good shot by him.
Ugh, Leyline in hand doesn't do anything.
That's okay. I'm sure he has at least one Urborg in there. And he has 1 black source already. He could actually, if he plays 1 more black source, he can.
But he keeps dropping cards. What the hell?
How do I know
Judge!
all these cards.
All these cards are in my hand.
Well, plenty of mana, so sphere effects
So, yeah.
probably not a problem unless
And
Nom
hasn't
like
played any spirit effects.
Yeah, unless he throws down like Tangle Wire plus Sphere, I think he'll be able to cast most of his spells.
or
This is actually
Revoker on Soul.
This is one of the reasons that 2-card money is a deck that's really a good one to play, because a lot of the time the shots matchup is pretty good.
Sorry.
You have so much mana, you have workshops of your own, you can fight through those sphere effects that are not as good against you, and you generally have more cards that do things than your opponent does.
Alright. Downfalls, I'd rather run the black-red, because I have Dark Confidant, which lets me draw cards. Ooh, Ravager.
Well, I don't know that he's running.
No, he's not running.
Yeah, he's running 5 color because he
He's
wants
running 5 color. Yeah.
he wants access to Ancestral and Tinker
Yeah, Ancestor of Tinker and I think Time Walk.
and Valencio.
And Balance, yeah.
Man, Ravager's a card you never want to see across the way though. It's just such a card to play against.
Ooh. Wasting again.
Oh man,
Was
the
no,
foil
that
wasteland.
was a
This
strip.
is
That
the
was a
danger of
strip.
giving your shop's
That was a
opponent
strip.
7 cards.
It's true.
That was a strip mine and then swing in 4.
Yeah, but he's still on 4 mana at this point. You have to assume he has another lane in that hand. So that's actually, this is not a terrible spot for him. He's at 10.
No, we know.
Ooh, Tolarian. That's basically infinite
2,
mana.
3, 4, 5, 6.
He just needs, what he needs is another black source.
Well, unless he has Painter Grind, which is.
I think that it's 7 mana total, which he has, but he doesn't have Painter Grind. So he has
Okay,
Leyline
so
Helm
it's
in his
Belcher
hand.
count. It's
Yeah.
Belcher count. Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
So
Leyline,
is this Ben's last turn?
let's see. So he's at 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maximally 8 damage unless Nom has
Another 2 artifacts.
another 2 artifacts or another Ravager in his hand.
Right.
Or
Or Triskelion.
yeah, Trike would do it too. Trike pretty much always means it's the last turn, but
He's holding
4 cards.
4 cards, which we saw what they were, but we don't know what they are.
All right, so seems like Ben is considering whether or not to play. I mean, I see a Memory Jar in there. It looks like he might have a Tinker as well. The real question, I think, is if he can get together. He has Leyline and Helm in his hand. I just don't know if he has a way to play them. A lot of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can play Helm and Pass.
Play Helm and Pass and hope to draw the black source, or Tinker for the black
hopefully
source.
my opponent doesn't do anything, and then win next turn.
Yeah, he's 1 mana off from. Actually, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Helm. So he can go Helm, Tinker
And then
into a black
Tinker
source,
into a black source.
and then be able to cast Leyline next turn.
Yeah.
And
You can
activate.
Tinker into Jet,
Can
and then Jet win.
How much can you do
Oh,
if you tinker
no, I
for
think you
Lotus?
Not enough. It's
No.
because he uses all of his mana to cast Tinker and Helm, so he'll just have the 3 from the Lotus if he does it that way.
2, 5, most likely Jar.
Man, Jar is interesting because it gives him a chance to draw the black source and also lets him potentially just like flop the combo on the table. But he definitely wants to activate it this turn. Waiting a turn doesn't do a lot for him, which is
yeah.
rough. Usually you want to jar when you have all your mana up. In this case, I don't think he has the opportunity to do that. He's basically just jarring for a bunch of mana and or a combo, depending on how lucky he gets. An interesting thing to do here, if he ends up playing Jar and getting some mana, is if you get like a Painter plus Red Blast hand.
Ooh, he could transmute Artifact right now.
He could. I don't think he has Transmute Artifact in his list, though.
Transmute for 3.
I just don't think he plays the card.
Oh.
Oh, undo. Oh, you.
All you. So he's floating 5, and he's untapping everything.
Seems quite good. Cast Turnabout. Okay. Conserving his life, not wanting to tap that. No, these are all lies. Terrible lies we're telling.
So 2. Yeah, well, we're
Back to 5.
No, wait,
4.
4.
So that's Helm mana. Nope.
Now we're down to 2. Now we're down to 3.
3, 4. Oh, so I think he's taking the line that we talked about last turn, or talked about earlier, which is cast Helm, and then tinker away one of your other artifacts for a black source.
2.
Oh, just
He's
activating
for 2.
3 now because he has another
1,
thing. 2.
Oh, Revoker.
Oh, Revoker's actually very good.
Broken right
That's
there.
very good.
Not something you can react to because...
Yeah, you have to react to the Helm activation if you're going to react.
Yeah. So it's Revoker most likely on Ravager.
Yeah, we have to assume it's on Ravager. He pointed at his own Helm, but I don't think he was activating naming Helm. I mean, I don't think he...
Oh, Helm's dead.
Yeah, Helm's dead. I don't think he hit his own Helm there. Man, so Nam is the one who has a lot of potentially just busted draws, and we'll have to see what he's got there. Man, all these foil cards are so hard. He has a Crucible. Up, I can't see beyond that. Crucible, Workshop.
See Crucible, Workshop.
Maybe a Thorn?
Yeah, I think I saw a Thorn in there.
He's liking the Crucible.
Crucible. Yeah.
He has a Strip Mine and a Wasteland in his graveyard, I think, so Crucible is a pretty good one here.
Yeah, Crucible, knock out the Mass, knock out the
Tolarian. Yeah, that seems...
Knock out Tolarian.
Man.
It's a Crucible Strip right now. Because that was the Strip Mine.
Yeah, I mean, Crucible Wasteland and Crucible Strip are pretty much the same.
Oh, yeah, just straight up attack with the Revoker. Or the Ravager.
Yeah. Well, the Ravager's not very good to attack with you, right? We're assuming that he's
I would attack
been
with the
named.
Ravager, because I would attack with both.
Worst case, it trades.
Yeah, I think you trade with that Ravager, though, right?
Yeah, because if he trades with the Ravager, the Revoker dies. The Phoenix Revoker becomes a 3/2, and now his Revokers are active.
His further Ravagers are active. No, I agree, but I think it's better to just get Ravager off the table. Because, like, there's so many ways he has. Like, what are you going to do otherwise? Just sit there on your Revoker and not attack? Because you can't attack into his factory. I don't think there's a good scenario here.
I would definitely have left the factory back.
No, I'm saying, what do you do as Ben here? I think the only thing you can do is block the Ravager.
I agree, because if you block the factory, then...
Or the Revoker.
The Revoker.
If you block... Well, I'm saying if you block something else with the Revoker, then suddenly the Ravager becomes active for the next turn.
And then you die.
And you die. Yeah.
Whereas here, we're forcing him, we're giving him a 3/2, but we're forcing him to have another Ravager. Otherwise, a 3/2 and a 2/2 is not enough to kill you. You're at 9, you're taking 2s down to 7, yeah, so he just takes it all.
6.
He takes the 3 damage and says, I don't care at all about this. Ben Perry, no fucks given.
At the same time, we're in a very similar situation to where we were last turn.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we haven't
except without a Tolarian Academy.
All right.
Yeah, I have to think that it was better there to go for the win this turn, to set up the Tinker for the Black Source. But maybe there's something I'm missing. I guess if you hit Trike, it's insane. If you hit, I don't know what else you're looking to hit. Maybe Metamorph is okay. Lodestone is okay. None of these are great because the Ravager is so hard to beat in combat.
What? Ben?
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing Lodestone.
No, he's because he activated Helm. I'm saying, like, what's your
Tinkering, floating a red,
or not floating a red? Maybe unclear.
Yeah, that's true. I won a game because my opponent didn't name that he was floating.
Tinker for Painter, float a red, and
Tinker. So
I think he's probably just. Oh no, he doesn't have a Tinkerbot. I don't think. Looking at his recent list, he has Memory Jar in hand. So what do you tinker for? Lotus? Yeah, I think we wasted our opportunity on the last turn.
Painter or Grindstone was if he has between what he has in hand.
Let's see though. To be fair, Shaman Ben is the shaman here.
And he's going for Helm.
Man, I do not.
Unless he has Lotus, so he wants to Helm for 3.
He might have a mana floating.
Yeah, he has one. He's possibly one red floating.
Yeah, if he quote unquote played correctly, he has a mana. So he could
if he has a mana floating, he could play Lotus.
But I don't think he. Oh, he's just activating. Yeah,
Workshop.
This is not.
Thank you. Nam was like, thank you. I do not want to draw that. I mean, get that from whatever.
Yeah, he's like, in fact, I can just draw it. Here, watch.
And ooh, Sphere.
Sphere's pretty good when you have Crucible Strip going and they have 1 land in play.
And they just tinkered away.
So yeah, activate. No. Yeah, activate and swing. See what they do first. That way, you could, if you want to, you can bring back your factory.
Yeah, I mean, blocking factory here is pretty weak. I think even if they block your factory and you trade, I think you still strip mine, right? Put them on no lands.
Yeah, kind of. Ben is kind of. Oh, he's not too dead on board because if he drews another black source, he can Leyline Helm and. Oh, if he draws Black Lotus, he can Leyline Helm and win because he needs something to produce at least X. So we got rid of the fact. Yeah.
I will.
So
here, Nam has a couple of choices about what to bring back. If it's me,
he's at 2. So replay the strip. Yeah, replay the strip. Spirit, go.
Yeah, seems pretty hard to lose from this position.
GG. Honestly, Helms and hits a creature on the top 2, possibly 3.
So if he plays Lotus and has a land in hand, he can win.
Oh no, he needs to play 1 to play. Yeah, he's gonna Helm for 2.
No, if he has Lotus there and a land, he can just go. Pay 1 for Lotus. I have a mana floating. 1 plus 3, and a land. Leyline. So that's the ancient 2.
Yeah, he needs to have a land in hand. That's the thing.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
So, all right, so we're at Nam.
I think he
1, Ben 0 right now.
Yeah, right now Nam is winning 1-0, but I think Ben had it
I
out.
think my line would have been to block the Ravager, so at least maybe I can Helm a Trike.
Yeah, I think that's good. I also think if you. Honestly, I think if you take that turn, the turn we were just on, we talked about a lot. If you tinker, get your Leyline or get your mana for Leyline, and then just set up to cast Leyline the next turn. I mean, you may or not be able to do it, but if you can, you're presenting lethal the next turn. And I don't know if his opponent there was ready to deal with lethal. But either way, it's pretty cool. I have to say I don't remember. Ben and I were talking a lot about 2-card Monty before this this tournament because I asked him about his recent list. I was like thinking about playing it, and I looked at his sideboard, but I can't remember. I don't think he's playing Ensnaring Bridges, or he wasn't when he sent me the picture of his list.
No, I don't think he is. It's just straight up combo.
That being said, Ensnaring Bridge.
The sideboard for against Blue Ducks, I think.
I don't think Ensnaring Bridge is what you want to be on. For against this list because
shops no.
Well, in particular against this shops list because it has smokestacks and it has inevitability in the end game.
Because we didn't see
nor crawl space there, buddy.
If he had, is he on TKS or is he on a Trogdon build with Metalworker staff?
I think
which has Ravager and all the everything else.
I mean, I think that you have to just sideboard based on what you've seen and assume that he doesn't have Metalworker staff because you haven't seen any of the cards that kind of go along with that.
Metalworker staff? He did see Metalworker staff.
He didn't see Metalworker staff. He didn't see Forge Master. He didn't see.
No, they don't play Forge Master.
You are correct that Mark Trogdon's list doesn't play those. But
Mark Trogdon's list does play Forge Master.
But doesn't play Legendary.
No, he doesn't play Kadolden.
It did as of a couple weeks ago when I tested against him.
Oh, he might have been throwing it out, but I don't think he's.
But also,
to me is
also
as a shop player losing 3 tournaments to play 1 tournament does not make math for shop players.
I mean, it does if it wins you the game, but it doesn't matter. The point here is that it's unlikely that Ben has any idea about any of Trogdon's list because Trogdon has played in 1 tournament in the past year. So if you're Ben, you have to either think that he's on a TKS list or that he's on an older list that isn't running Thought-Knot Series. And I think that's more
Roland Chad list. That's true. I got to figure about Roland.
Well, he's not playing 5-color. You know he's not playing 5-color. You saw no lands that produced colored mana. 0.
We got an old Roland.
I think that probably you just sideboard like you were sideboarding against old school stacks. Because that's of all the cards we saw, that's got to be our assumption. We saw a bunch of cards in the graveyard. We saw Smokestack go to the graveyard. I think that's just where we have to assume that Nam is if we're Ben. And if we're Nam, I'm pretty sure he knows exactly what Ben is playing. He might not know the sideboard cards, but he definitely knows what 2-card Monty is. Again,
played it several times.
I'm not certain what's in Nam's sideboard. If he has Pithing Needles, he'd be excited about those. If he has things that can make himself untargetable. So Leyline of Sanctity would be a good one against all of the cards that Ben is playing. I could see Ben bringing in a Tinker target.
Sanctity?
Yeah, Leyline of Sanctity. It turns off all of Ben's win conditions.
Oh yeah, it's the you get expert one.
Yeah. So it's possible
one I get rid of. That's why I don't have it.
Yeah, it's possible that Ben sided in a Tinker target because he knows that that's a possibility, and also Tinker's a good card against shops. But I honestly don't know. I don't know for sure what he went with.
Well, Smokestack doesn't target, so and neither is Tinglewire.
I'm talking about Nam siding in Leyline of Sanctity.
Right. Oh yeah.
Against Ben. I'm not saying he's playing. I don't even know that he's playing it.
Targets.
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 Yeah. Greystone home target, but I thought you meant like Ben bringing in, and I'm like, well, those.
Hey, yep, I'm naked. I don't know if you're Josh McCurley, but if you're not, he might be watching, and he is also in Texas. Sorry, Josh, that I told a thing basically the size of Europe in terms of where you live.
Yeah, Texas is really big.
It's big,
so.
but...
Are we setting up a personal site in Twitch chat?
Hey, the city we live in, we have any TS... No, we don't have a team series in Texas, do we?
We do. Josh McCurley.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a bunch of ESM
Spellbond
friends.
just moved there, yeah.
Spellbond moved to Cleveland.
Okay, who moved to Texas recently?
He didn't move there recently. He's been there the whole time. Josh McCurley, he's infant number 1.
Infant, yes. I was like, who's in there?
What's happening? Oh, we are children. We are children on this thing. All right, so it looks like Ben didn't like his hand and his yeah.
So it looks like is he
What was it called in AIM? I guess they were all direct messages.
Yeah.
But like when people used to, they would do that. ASL, yes.
Yeah,
sex location. Man, that's the second AIM reference today. I feel like. Oh man. Let's look at this hand. Wait. Time out, guys. Let's look at a hand. He's showing us magic cards. Oh, throwing it back. I think there was just one land in there, but it looked like a lot of good cards otherwise. I think there was a welder, a painter, welder, painter, helm. But I think his only land was gemstone mine, and that's not great.
Ben bit by the mulligan bug in this matchup.
Oh yeah.
It's a thing for 2-card money in the same way that it is for Belcher and some of the other decks. Like
is
he playing Serum Powder?
No, he's not playing powder.
Yeah.
No.
And there have been many in the past that have run
that's
powder.
The Gusten build is powder build.
I think before,
I really like that.
See, I thought that was something that was so elegant about Nat Moses' 2-card money list.
Oh yeah.
That also played Lodestone Golem.
Serum
Powder.
Yeah.
No, and I think it's a good card. I know that when people started playing the 5-color versions, especially when Chromatic Lantern first came out, people started cutting Serum Powders because there weren't a lot of cards to cut. But I don't think that Ben is running Chromatic Lantern, so it's interesting that he's not running Powder. It is hard to fit cards in these lists, though. I know that 2-card Monty is one of those things where you got 16 cards spoken for right away. all the 2 cards take up a lot of spaces. And then you have to run a ton of mana, so there's not as many choices in terms of extra cards. And if you want to run some extra Pyroblasts, Ancient Grudges, things like that, you got to cut something.
Because you need at least 20x, 20 or 22.
22.
Man, what have you?
I'm guessing. I would guess he's running like 26.
26.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's a lot because you have to have your 5-color sources and your shops.
Oh, yeah,
it's like a shops mana base, but a little bit less.
It's fine. Yeah, it's
Turn 1 Grindstone though. That's not a bad way to go.
Ben is a man with a plan.
Hopefully he has...
shop Revoker, shop Sovereign Revoker. Oh, Wasteland.
Ghost Quarter, actually. Man, Ghost Quarter is a sideboard card that I think does some work in this matchup.
I don't know. I think it's right. He taking something from me and Tron and running it at main, so...
Maybe. He might be. I don't know if he's running a main or not, but definitely he has him in this game too, and they are quite good against the deck with no basic lands. That's the Mirror Breaker, I believe.
Lodestone!
Smokestack is also quite good. Oh, man.
+1 permanent.
I've literally never had a person play a Smokestack and then Nature's Claim. That's a good... See, Nature's Claim is one of those good sideboard cards.
20 right now.
But keep in mind, Gemstone Mine only... Gemstone Mine only has a couple counters I was going to say to get serious. Oh, man. So we're just waiting on mana from Ben's side. He's got another painter in hand. All he wants is 2 more mana, plus 2 mana.
Yeah, plus 2. So
it costs 3 to activate.
Yeah, 3 to activate Grindstone.
So he needs an Ancient Tomb or XX.
He named. It looks like he named Blam.
Blam.
I think it's black, but and that's a heads up play too. Occasionally people play Snuff Out. Probably not Nom, but
don't you need a swap to play?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, swap to play. Yeah.
Maybe it's the sideboard tech against Two Card Money. He plays the air board. You snuff out his guys.
Yeah,
that's the classy play. There's one that someone told me was really good, and I was trying to remember what was the correct color. Is it green? For painter when you're not naming blue, so you can blow stuff up with your red blast.
Oh,
there was like a correct color.
Why didn't he hit the cap?
If you're playing
because
Sphinx,
that ruins itself.
Oh, okay.
If you're playing Sphinx of the Steel Wind, then you would name.
Oh man, is that
there goes the graveyards.
Tanglewire and Crypt.
So he got took care
Crypt
of
and Relic.
Yeah,
Crypt and Relic, and with the Tanglewire.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little surprised. I hope that he had. I would have sided out or not brought in Relic. I'm sure he brought in Tormod's Crypt. Sometimes people play Relic main, but like, how dependent is Ben on his graveyard? I mean, he runs Welders, but
it takes. He brought in the Welder plan. That's all he did. So even if else, it still taps, and he still has a backup.
I guess to be fair, there's a lot of cards that you don't want in the matchup. All the spheres are of like kind of negligible value.
Spheres you don't care about. Trina Sphere doesn't matter. Thorn doesn't matter.
I don't know. I'm not excited about.
He didn't play any threat with double workshop. That's
but he's got a couple turns still to get things going here. Thank goodness for Tanglewire, I guess is probably what he's thinking.
Oh, there he goes. There's the dinosaur.
So yeah, he's again tapped out.
So come on, where's your Crucible, Nom?
It surprised me that he decided to tap a Mox instead of Crypt, but.
Yeah, he wants to keep the Crypt open just in case.
I guess it's sort of the same.
You still have Relic open though.
Oh man, puts the Insurance Ghost Quarter in play just to say, eat it. All right, here's your turn to draw. Oh, I was gonna say Black Lotus.
That's an Ancient Tomb. That's an Ancient Tomb.
Black Lotus would have been a good one there. Oh,
so
you're right.
Tomb. That's a foil too.
So he just needs to play.
It's Nom.
Mox.
It's foil. And there's the Thorn.
Oof. Thorn is a beating.
So we got.
Oh, but now the 1-3 beatdown. 1-3 beatdown time.
So Talarian 2. Play Lotus. Win.
Lotus LED. Either of those. Oh, second painter.
Second painter.
That's okay. Another creature is good.
How much time?
So wait, did you say he had an Ancient Tomb, or were you just?
That's a tomb right there.
Okay.
So
he thought it was Ghost Quarter.
I thought it was Ghost Quarter. Yeah.
It's like
I can't tell on those.
Too.
I know that Nom loves his new border foils, but I really can't tell the difference between the new border foil hands.
Relic foil. Yeah.
When he gets the expeditions for all of them, maybe I'll be able to tell a little bit better.
Yeah, he's kind of doing Shroudinish right now. Controlling the graveyard. Most likely he'll see him blow the Relic to draw a card.
I think he just drew a smokestack right there.
Blow to draw the card.
So does Nom have a Wasteland effect?
Doesn't look like it, but I think. I mean, it's hard to tell. So he definitely has a Mox Jet in hand.
Nope.
Did he scoop?
He scooped it.
Oh, because he has 3 mana to activate next turn because he played Painter. He had to deal with it that turn.
Yeah.
Right. I was thinking that the smokestack would actually be good enough, but it's not quite there.
I see the other.
Oh wait, let's see. What's he setting?
So we got a 1/1. It's Nom.
Why would who do what? Yep, I'm naked. I was kidding about the snuff out thing, man. It was a joke. That was game 2 that just ended, so they're heading into game 3.
1/1 each.
Yep. The only way you can head into game 3, Randall.
Well, who knows? It could have been Charizard, and then it's.
Yeah, that's true. Or what's the one that does a new game? That just starts a new game?
Charizard. Yeah.
There's another one that does too. Because that one when
it's
it
double
ends,
white. Yeah. Is it?
No, but when that one ends, you go back to your original game. There's another one that just says. I was thinking like the Dragon Loop or something where you like just draw. And go
yeah. That would be.
But in this case,
that would be a Jimmy McCarthy, and he's playing Dragon.
Since we're both on decks that don't do that, we're going into game 3, 1-1. And honestly, I don't know who's favored here. I think Ben Perry is, but he's been hit pretty bad by the Mulligan bug.
He's been hitting by the hammer so bad. So.
I mean, I think Nom probably has a good amount of experience playing against 2-card Monty with the deck like his.
Yeah, I think Nom.
Hey. But overall, yeah, I don't know. I think this is a pretty good matchup.
Hi, Mr. C. Drake. Welcome to Ben and Nam Game 3.
Yeah, they're 1-1 right now. We were just talking about whether or not we think Ben is favored in the matchup. I usually like to think the 2-card money is favored against shops, especially a slower shops. But I don't know. I'm not
playing X color and Serum Powder is actually better against shops.
Right, but regardless of that, I think even despite not playing Serum Powder, the fact that he has all that mana, maybe not forever, but the fact that he has all the mana in his deck and is able to go work through spheres, and so that mana got sized out.
You know, the list, the black-red list that me and Gusten used to run got hit by a fucking lodestone restriction. Fuck that shit.
I don't know. I feel like
that's my response.
I think
when's the last time a creature's been restricted in a vintage?
Never. It was the first one.
No, Kurdik was restricted.
Ollie from Cairo.
No, Ollie Cairo and Rook Egg from 1994.
I thought the Kurdik was restricted at the beginning of Vintage.
Nope.
Or was that just when it was called Magic? Kurdik was restricted in something at some point.
I think it was restricted in Standard at the time.
I didn't think there was.
But it was restricted in because what considered Vintage. Yeah. Type 1. It was banned. It was restricted in Vintage.
That was
in Type
ancient
2.
History. Doesn't count.
Yeah, I went through the timeline for my podcast that me and Houston Twan did 4 hours of, and hasn't been out yet.
So I found the 1000% serious self-thinking stamp.
Oh, good lord!
Uh-oh.
Oh shit!
So if you need anything,
I'll take 1000% on my left hand. There we go. Oh,
I noticed some people were doing it on their proxies earlier, which I appreciate. If you're gonna have the the close to real proxies, stamp 1000% serious on there so people know.
I need to borrow that for my McCaffrey's deck because it's all paper proxies, and I just
stamp every
card of the art.
I think he's doing pretty well. I think he's 2-1. Is Caffrey at the moment?
Caffrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
another deck featuring new Thalia.
Yeah, he told me to print off 4 Thalia, store him. So
my deck
I printed out
features new Thalia.
That was really good. That was really we watched it. Yeah,
the card is good.
It is really good.
It definitely does work.
I need to get you on the mono white hate bear deck. So
I'm literally playing mono white hate bears. What are you talking about?
That's non-powered. That's the thing.
Oh, the problem with I've played around.
The thing is, I don't want to borrow $50,000.
No, I understand.
To play powered.
So I had a list that
I definitely want a non-powered deck, and Hate Bears is one of the X I want to play.
Yeah, I have a non-powered list that's white-red. That's not terrible.
That's the one
because
white,
the Spirit Guides are your friend when you're trying to get unpowered. I think. The only problem with playing new Thalia unpowered is that it is 3 mana is a lot of mana, and unless you're playing,
you really want power.
Yeah, to cast her, even with Ancient Tune, because she's so good on turn. Oh man, I see a helm. I see a workshop. I see a black card. Looks like that's a pretty good hand for Ben Perry. He might actually keep a 7. I see a Tolarian Academy, a Ravager on the right. I can't really tell most of the other ones here, but I think if Ben is keeping his hand, it's a bad situation for now.
Ben on the play?
Ben is on the play.
Ben is on the draw.
Stride.
Oh no, you're right. Ben's on the draw. You're right. I'm sorry. Thorn? Oh no, Ravager.
We did not have a turn 1 ley line or turn 0 ley line.
Oh man, so that hand maybe seems a little bit worse to me now. I thought he must have because he had all that mana and had.
I don't think he's on.
I see a Mana Crypt.
I see Mana Crypt, Workshop. I saw at least 1 Helm. I think there's a Moxen in there as well. But I don't know. I didn't see Painter or Grindstone, so I don't know if his hand is.
So Pearl, Jet.
Just flop it all out there, as they say.
Flop it.
Oh, there's a Grindstone for sure. Second card from the left is a Grindstone.
Well, if he has Painter Grindstone, the game just ends.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Snowy Dude, that's right. If you play Painter Servant and you name a color, even cards with Devoid have a color, but they still have the ability to Devoid. It's weird.
Right, yeah.
Grindstone, 2 artifact mana floating. Oh man, playing both sides. This is actually a line that I like a lot when you have access to colored mana. Being able to represent both combos is pretty good because it opens up a lot of draws for you. But since he has 0 black mana, the Helm combo is not very likely.
4 and 1, that's 5. That should tap him out.
This is a Mana Crypt.
Okay.
Also, the Naked Helm with access to 4 mana
Yeah.
can probably get a creature.
Yeah, that's true.
But like, what are you really gonna get outside of Triskelion that you
Yeah,
want?
Triskelion is like the only thing. Although Revoker
But-
on Ravager, which happened in the last game, although it wasn't enough, can be reasonable.
Oh, he snagged it.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah, he
was.
snagged Revoker and named,
Yeah, he's trying to revoke her.
and he did, and because of the way that activation works, you don't get any chance to sack your board, so your Revoker is just a 1/1 forever.
I was too busy being pissed off about my game to really come in here.
It didn't
but-
go well, Sally.
Well, I mean, considering this is a solo cup full of just straight whiskey. And,
Hey man, if you're not drinking a solo cup full of whiskey,
Chip,
I don't know
cherry
what you're doing. I mean, some of us drink out of mason jars too. I'm not going to judge anybody, but no, I agree. I think that activating a helm just for finding a creature is
Yeah.
reasonable. It's just not what you want to be doing.
If anything else, it's still mill 2, so
Nom has
non-wise,
crucible,
it
but,
could
like,
be good.
If he has a Stripper Wasteland, it seems great, but I don't think he
It
does.
doesn't though, because Mana Crypt plus Sapphire plus Pro means that then if he has a land in his hand,
Yeah,
it's
Well,
Yeah, he goes bigger
remember
no
that
matter
Nam
what.
is playing Karn and 4 Revoker.
okay. I knew about the Revokers. I assumed he was playing Karn.
So
Tanglewire
wire
is-
shot for wires.
I mean,
That's okay. I'm not.
So,
wildly
it depends on what's in
what would you tap
Ben will still
here?
have access to
Things.
5 mana.
Well, we know that Ben doesn't have a painter in his hand, and we know that Ben doesn't have
He taps the Grindstone,
He
the
doesn't have
Helm,
Leyline.
and
He's
the 2
got 2 cards in
Moxes, most
yeah,
likely.
and leaves up 5
What?
mana.
Someone hit the
you can-
camera.
You don't. I think you would leave the Sapphire.
I think you want to leave
Is
Sapphire.
he playing the blue cards? or
Yeah,
is
he's
he
playing
Yeah, he's
Ancestral
playing blue.
Tinker.
Yeah.
He's playing blue, so leave the blue open.
I think maybe just
I
Ancestral
think you would
Tinker.
tap the Word Shot.
I would
You
take
tap the workshop
the
and
workshop,
keep the-
grindstone, pearl, and crypt.
And leave up 2 blue.
You leave
Leave
up
the
enough-
blue and the helm.
You
just
leave
in
up
case.
enough. No, you leave up the blue and the Mana Crypt so you can draw Tinker.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
And that also
Like
leaves
you have to maximize all your draws in this matchup.
Nope, he
Nope,
disagrees.
he did it too.
Oh, Ben Perry is about to go through the things we just said. I guess, yeah, so Tinker is a draw
Grindstone
you want.
doesn't-
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Grindstone
The,
has no value right now, so that's definitely tapped.
Yeah, Painter presents lethal next turn, so that's a good draw, but he has access to that almost no
Helm?
matter what.
Oh, actually, no.
So that
Helm.
means he's not.
No,
going to
helm you
activate
can
Helm.
activate without tapping. Correct?
No,
No,
you have
it's
to
a
pay
tap.
X has to be great.
X
Alright,
tap.
alright.
He's-
So,
And X
He's
also
go-
has to be
he's
He's
a-
playing on, I'm going to play a bunch of more permanents.
yeah,
is his
he's got
goal. There's one.
Confluence.
I
He just knew that was there. He read the heart of the cards and said, I'm going to have blue regardless, and it doesn't matter what lands I leave untapped.
I'm no expert
Wait,
in
did
the
he roll
Fisher's
for?
Workshop here.
Oh, wait.
He didn't roll for crypt.
He didn't roll for crypt.
I don't know that it will matter, but I can go down there.
Alright.
This
Jake,
is silly.
pull a judge. Pull a judge.
I've been waiting
They're
for
fighting.
an hour for this.
Oh, you, John. Oh, it's in his clap. It's in his hand, right?
It looks. I can't see. Oh, yep.
They just noticed
They
it.
just noticed
Well,
it.
I think that was Jake.
Jake
down
just
there
yelled,
and
"Hey,
telling
did
him.
you yell
Okay.
for roll for crypt?" No. Okay.
So he's got the Crucible. Does he have the Wasteland? Like the Wasteland's not even that impressive.
Uh,
I think he has Tolarian.
I think he's
That's a
driving.
ghost
That's a
quarter.
ghost quarter. Yeah. So knock out the color source, or
Well, he's gonna knock out the
workshop.
ability for him to play a lot of
Yeah.
things, and
Well, he still has the ability to play a lot.
it
of
looks
things.
like it's
That's-
Tolarian Academy in his hand. This is why I wish we need fucking hand cams.
Oh, well, that'd be working on it.
That would be a very high level of production value.
Swinging for one.
3 cameras,
Oh, wait, no, he tapped a Ravager for it. So
3 times as many
So-
cameras.
Realistically,
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. like
realistically,
I said, I'm working on it.
I can't tell who's really up here because Nam seems like he's
I
struggling.
think Nom's really behind right now. Actually.
Yeah, I think Nam kept the Crucible hand and it didn't pan out.
And it, yeah, he's got basically he has Crucible Strip with a Ghost Quarter effect. If he could draw something to stop,
He needs to revoke the Mana Crypt and then have the
yeah,
Crucible
he needs to
plus
either draw
Wastelands.
a Revoker, Pioneer, or Null Rod effect.
Did he want
Maybe all
Binding
set.
Wheels?
I don't know.
I don't
If he
know-
has
I don't know
them,
if he
then
has them.
then you need to,
Yeah,
because it turns off Grindstone Helm.
yeah, he needs a Null Rod,
Well,
Pioneer, or Revoker.
We got 67 people on stream. That's not bad.
Thank you for stream. I'm happy I didn't have to play today. Yay!
67 people with nothing better to do than watch us
Whoop.
clowns play Magic on a Saturday.
Look,
Wow.
he's helming himself. He is helming himself.
I think it's target
Hold on.
opponent. Is not helm target opponent?
No, target player. He's helming himself. He's helming himself to get a painter. There you got a painter.
Or a welder, I guess.
He helmed himself to get a painter. So wait, the hell?
I'm.
Wait, let's see, decon.
Did he have? Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was like, was it decon?
I'm almost certain Helm says target opponent.
Yeah. Yeah, decon. Thank you. Yeah. We've been drunk.
Yeah, Helm is
we are
especially
drunk
because you,
yeah.
especially because you revealed so many cards.
It's like, wait, huh? Did he helm did he helm for one and it's continuing? What the fuck?
Helm does say target opponent, by the way.
Yeah. So 2.
This looks bad for Nam.
Yeah, this is actually looking bad for them.
Oh, and then he draws.
Oh! 3 painter grindstone.
That's the
GG. Oh. Nam Q Tran loses to Ben Perry playing 2-card Monty.
Well played, Ben.
What the fuck are you doing, Nam?